So, my Caribbean cousin, the Trump administration just announced a travel ban on 7 African countries, stating that they pose a high risk on the Americans and also they tend to overstay their welcome. These countries are Sudan, Somalia, Chad, Libya, Congo, Eritrea, Equatorial Guinea. While the Trump administration have a travel ban on African countries, those in the Caribbean, those in the CARICOM, is welcoming African investors to the Caribbean. What may not be potential to the US of A may be very potential to the Caribbean community.
Hi guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I am Michelle, and if it is for the first time you're coming across my video, kindly don't forget to like, share, subscribe and even comment. So guys, in today's clip you're going to see uh, Donald Trump has banned some African countries to go to the United States of America, and this has sparked a lot of mixed reaction to people. Many people are coming out telling us their own opinions, and it is just wonderful because black people have come out and have learned to fight for their rights. These people are now holding each other's hands, have unity because they are fighting and they know their worth in our country. So guys, let me not talk too much, let me not talk about it more. Let's see the video and come back for more, and don't forget to leave your opinions on the comment section below.
Trump just banned 7 African countries from entering the US and placed restrictions on 3 more. Starting Monday, 7 of the 12 countries that will not be allowed to come in are from Africa. They are Somalia, Sudan, Chad, Eritrea, Libya, Congo-Brazzaville, and Equatorial Guinea. There will also be partial restrictions on citizens of Sierra Leone, Burundi, and Togo. Some of them, it's because citizens overstay their US visas, or those countries have refused to accept deported citizens. And for some of them, the US says it cannot trust the vetting processes because they don't have functioning governments because they're at war.
I don't know if y'all noticed that Trump list of the countries that he doesn't want to come to the US, of the people he believes shouldn't be able to come to the US or he's banning. Have you all noticed that it's mostly black people? Have you all noticed it's either black people or islanders? I wonder why. My question is, why not Europe? Why not European countries? Why not France, Germany, Finland, Spain, Italy? Why not? But no, it's predominantly black people. There is a reason for that. And then you want to tell me that he's not racist? That he's going to make America great again? Yeah, it's the white America.
Said when Trump rolled out his travel ban list of different black and brown countries that it won't be long until he extends this to the rest of the Caribbean and the rest of the continent of Africa. And sure enough, any leaked document signed by either DeSantis or Cruz, he extended the ban to pretty much the entire continent of Africa, all the countries located, and the Caribbean. Now people are talking about FIFA and the Olympics organization considering moving the World Cup and the Olympics out of LA, as well as other areas that are hosting in the US. I know Atlanta's hosting one of the games for 2026. You'll already see artists basically say, hey, we got to cancel this. We are not doing a USA because of visa issues, because of immigration issues. There's no way the US can host any international event with these immigration and travel ban policies. And I will not be shocked if FIFA is having a lot of meetings, a lot of Zoom calls to possibly move their games to other safer countries. Now, granted, no country is actually safe because they have their own stuff going on, but compared to the US, it's a lot safer over there. And if we're being so for real, the amount of money that comes from tourism, from people coming into the US, is a lot. I think the economy is bad now. Baby, the tourism years, it's about to look bleak.
But I actually love that Trump is doing this travel ban, because what makes that orange man think that anyone is looking to travel to the United States anytime soon? Just look at how many countries are on this travel ban list by Donald Trump. And then on top of that, look how many are on there that are actually from Africa. Now, the irony of this is, if Africa were to do the same, if Africa were to do a travel ban against America, say no American citizens or no American foreign entities were allowed into any African countries, the entirety of the Western world would crumble, my dear, because where would you guys get your minerals? Oh, wait. Where would you guys get your resources? How would you even be able to watch this video right now if it wasn't for Congo, the same Congo that you're banning? Needless to say, America better learn quickly that historically, countries that have gone isolationists have always fallen. Their empires have always crumbled. So it's very interesting that this is the route that they are deciding to go on. Nobody is rushing to go to the United States right now, especially considering that you guys are literally detaining visa-holding tourists.
Sorry, but the new US travel ban warning is giving, if I can't have you, then nobody can. Because why reissue a warning to African countries like they don't already go through the highest visa rejection rate in Western world historically? So what's really going on? Because what we're not going to do is pretend this is about visa overstays or government instabilities, because if that were the case, half of the globe will be on that list, including countries far closer to Washington than Sierra Leone. So stop wasting our time. This new warning letter isn't really a heads up to African countries. It's more like you're getting too confident for our comfort, right? Because let's face it, an Africa asserting itself isn't a threat, it's an inconvenience. Because think about it, the second countries like Niger, Burkina Faso questions US support in the region, their names get propped up immediately. Or just recently when South Sudan, Libya, and Djibouti refused to play middlemen for US deportees who are of, get this, Filipino, Vietnamese background, just to name a few. And now their name got added to the list. So let me guess, those countries right now are high-risk travel countries? Listen, earlier this year, around March, there were less African countries in the initial draft. Now, Nigeria, Ghana, Ethiopia, a lot of US partners now join the majority. So go ahead and add the remaining 18 African countries left on the continent. Let's see.
I recently got on Al Gore's internet and I told you all, I said, hey, I'm not really fond of people that like to remind me all the time that race is a social construct, right? Like, because you're right, yeah, whatever, you win. But yeah, it's a social construct. It's constructed to whoop your ass. And I'm yet again reminded of that. See, the thing about solidarity, especially within the West African diaspora, we're talking about from West Africa all the way to, the Caribbeans, and then you go to the Americas. What I find interesting about it is no matter how much we try to get into tribalism, the West reminds us often, like, you didn't just need solidarity. You don't want to practice it? Okay, not my problem. Where am I going with this? And what does this have to do with the article? Okay, Trump's travel ban. Well, the first time, remember that travel ban was really called the Muslim ban. Then when Joe Biden got in office, rescinded that. That's gone. He did it again. And then now the Trump administration it wants to impose a travel ban on dozens more countries. Right? Let's go through the list. The bottom here, you'll see the first list, right? So you got Afghanistan, the typical places they'll tell you, right? Sudan, Somalia. Then you got the Haiti, Iran, Congo, Chad, and there's restrictions from places like Burundi, Cuba, Sierra Leone, Togo. So, but here are the countries that are considered, right? They're considering these countries to face full or partial bans. All right, Angola, Antigua, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon. You got Cambodia up there. Okay, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, Nigeria. You try to keep Nigerians out, they'll find some way, one way or another. Okay, anyway, and you see the list. You get the point. Now, obviously, some of these countries are not just black people. Yeah, mostly you're going to see countries here that are, Muslim, population, a high Muslim population, and you see a country like Cuba, the history there with the United States. But let me connect this back to my main point. And the main point is that regardless of what the United States has told you, and I read through the reasons they've stated for security reasons, the etc. America has a way of radicalizing you where you realize that it's some of these countries some of these countries do harbor terrorists? I don't know. And then some of these countries are, what are you doing politically we don't agree with? And some of these other countries are, we want you to bend to our will, and or what resources do you have that we want? It's a culmination of things. But when you look at a majority of these countries, especially the ones of the West African diasporas, the Haiti, the Nigeria, the Congo, the Ghana, these places, St. Kitts, let's go through them again. The Dominica, you look at some of these places, Togo, Sierra Leone, and you start asking questions about the union, right? How close-knit are these people, and how could they stand together to say, okay, big shot America, if you're going to try to impose this ban on us, what can we do as a unit, right? So you don't get to demonize us in the international eyes. Right? The African Union came out and they expressed concern over this bill, or in this case, this order. And then I think about the people. So now let's get away from politics. Us, right? All the conversations people are having about ICE and this and whether color or the Hispanic population. Then I start thinking about even some of the immigrants that are now nationalized citizens that thought, oh, you know, Nigerians for Trump. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Right? And then I start thinking about all the diaspora wars. My boy he almost got a country for every Nigeria, Haiti, Senegal. So yeah, it's all a construct. It's constructed to whoop your ass.
The Trump administration is looking to add 36 more countries to their travel ban list for countries who cannot enter the United States or have severe travel restrictions to the United States. And shocker, they're all in Africa or the Caribbean. This administration is considering adding 60 more countries to this travel ban, which is unprecedented. And these countries have 60 days to meet whatever requirements that they're asking of them, or they will be banned. The countries include Angola, Antigua and Barbuda, Benin, Bhutan, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Cambodia, Cameroon, Democratic Republic of Congo, Djibouti, Dominica, Egypt, Gabon, Gambia, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Kyrgyzstan, Libya, Malawi, Mauritania, Niger, Nigeria, St. Kitts, St. Lucia, Sao Tome and Principe, Senegal, South Sudan, Syria, Tanzania, Tonga, Tuvalu, Uganda, Vanuatu, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Ethiopia. Clearly, this is racially driven, has to be, because how is it all countries with black people? Everything in this country is about race. I've always told you guys that.
Guys, you've heard what people had to say, and what I had to say about this is just ridiculous that in 2025 we're still undermined, and we are the ones that actually give these nations everything for them to function, literally. Without our resources, without them coming into Africa, without like them coming into our countries, they literally cannot survive on their own, but they are able, with our leaders' help, from the continent, from the Caribbean, to let them do whatever and decide for us, and our leaders do nothing. Like, they are able to just boss us around in 2025, and it's just okay. They feel like it's just okay. That's ridiculous. That is insane. The energy should be the same, like Chad did. You ban African people, you ban black people from, coming to your nations. Your people, palmed people, should, also be banned from coming to our countries. I mean, it sounds fair. It really sounds fair, But yeah, guys, that is it for me in the video. Let me know what you think about this. I might have overreacted, maybe, but I think it's necessary. They are really pushing us to that point that we are not accepting it anymore, especially African youth.
But why isn't every African country like Chad? Why doesn't every African country behave like Chad? Donald Trump banned Chad from going to the USA. They also banned the people of the USA from going to Chad. Very simple. I don't know why us as Africans have the mentality that without the USA we cannot survive. Guys, tell me one good thing the people from America have done for Africans. Tell me one good thing they have done for us, or one good thing we have benefited from them. Nothing, guys, nothing. It is very simple. We need to bring Idi Amin policies back into power. Give the countries that he has banned from going to the USA, they should also ban American citizens from going to their countries. Very simple. They should also ban American countries from going to their countries. Literally. Because it doesn't make sense. Like, so he has banned your people from going to his country, and his people are still in your country. Why? Why? Let me tell you, the only thing Americans have done for Africa is nothing. Like, guys, if you see Americans in an African country, just know there is either oil, there is gold, there is diamond. Americans have never helped Africans, guys. They have never helped Africans. They have never. Even the people that built their country, these black Americans, what are they doing to them right now? Aren't they the same people they are profiling? Aren't they the same people they are racist to? Aren't they the same people they are doing all these things to? And aren't they the people that built their country? Aren't they the people that built the country? They are the ones. Guys, Donald Trump has banned people from your country from going to their country. Ban their people too. Very simple. I even don't get the concept of why we need visas to go to America, and some countries they don't need visas to go to. Why? If we need visas to go there, they should also need visas to come here. Guys, Africans, we really slack a lot, and it's so annoying. Like, what?
What? He has banned people from from your people from his country. Ban his people from your country. Very simple. Very simple. Be like Chad.
So guys, I hope you have all watched the whole clip, and it is very, very, very interesting because these people have decided that they will not allow to be treated as trash. So these people, many people, black people, are coming out and speaking and telling us their opinion. Especially I love that how that Jamaican lady came out and told these black people that they are welcome in the Caribbean, they are welcome in Jamaica. They should not be afraid because they are welcoming them to go and invest in Jamaica. And one thing about these black people that I love, they have never forgotten that Africa is their ancestral background. They are proud of Africa and accept that it is their ancestral background. And one thing that these people do not know is that we are of importance to their countries, because after them denying us access to go to the United States of America, their economic growth will go down, their taxes will reduce, simply because there will be no black people. Those people who used to give out tax, they will no longer be around, so the economic growth will go down, and that one is a disadvantage. And they do not see our importance maybe right now, but it will hit them differently in one way or another. They do not see our value in their countries. That's why they are treating us as trash. No wonder why in United States racism has never stopped, simply because they feel like black people are still slaves. And that's one thing that they should stop, because we are past that and we want to change that, because black people are coming out and trying to fight for their rights, and nobody will allow to be treated as slave, because we fought for that freedom and we got it. So black people are coming out, and many are mad. They are furious. They do not want to hear those things like racism, because the main reason why these people are being banned to the United States is because they are black, and that's what is sparking in many people's mind. They are being banned because they are black, and that is one thing that is making these people furious. And as the government of the United States, they should stop treating black people, because they should not forget that blacks are the people who built America. They should not forget that if not for black, they will not have their independence to now. They should not forget that if it is not for black to do the things they think they can do right now, they could not have reached where they are. And one thing we should never forget, that these people are only coming to our countries to invest in them, because they are coming to our countries where there is gold, where there is oil, where there is mineral. Yet they don't want us to go to their countries. So I think the government should come out and tell them those countries that are being banned in the United States should also ban the United States from coming in Africa. Tell me why these people are telling our people how African is bad, how Africa doesn't have good security. Yes, yet they are the first people to come to Africa to tour. Yet they are the first people who are coming to invest in Africa. Yet they are the first people who are coming to mine our gold. Yet are the first people to come to Africa to invest in our petroleum, in our agriculture. And we all know Africa has the best soil in agriculture. We all know that these people are just coming to misuse our resources, but they do not give us the chances and opportunities to use those resources in their own countries. This is how selfish these people are. They are only thinking about themselves. They think about coming to our countries, invest, make themselves rich, and leave us. We are not asking them for visas, yet if we want to go to their countries, we are being asked visas, which is not fair. Our government should wake up. Our African leaders should wake up, because these people are using us. We should stop being puppets. These American leaders are misusing our resources, yet they don't want us. There is a lot of racism in America. We are the first people who are being treated as trash. These people are denying us access because they want to strengthen their ties with Russia and China, and this is showing us that these people feel like they have gotten what they wanted in China and in Russia, because we are not giving them whatever they want, or enough of what they want. That's why they want to ban our African countries, and we are all seeing that many people want to come back to Africa, and many black Americans people want to come back to the ancestral background, but they are being denied the access. They are being denied the access. Flights are being cancelled, flights are being expensive. They just don't want them to come back, because they are telling them false things about Africa. They are telling them Africa has a lot of diseases, Africa has a lot of insecurities, and we all know that Africa, those people the same people who are denying our own people access, are the same people who are always coming to our countries to invest in them. They are the same people who are always coming in Africa to tour, because they find beautiful sceneries, a lot of beautiful sceneries. Our climate is the best. Our climate favors everybody. So that's why these people feel like when these people are coming to Africa, back to Africa, they will come here to stay. They will never go back to America. That's why they fear that the economic will go down. The economy will go down, because they will not be no longer people to pay those high taxes. There will no longer people to pay those high expensive rents. There will no longer be people who will do those slavery works like house chores, because in America those high ranked jobs are given to whites, and those jobs that look like they are dirty jobs, they are given to black people. So they feel like they will not have those people who treat like slave. And I'm happy for these African people, because they are working and standing and for their rights. They are working from their comfort zone. These people were seated just comfortable, being treated as trash, and are allowing that to happen on their site. And I'm happy because these people have decided to come back home, and we are welcoming them back home, because they say east or west, home is always the best. They should come and enjoy the African land. They should come and enjoy what these people usually misuse, because they come to invest in our own countries, but we cannot invest in their own countries. They deny us the access, and it's high time we fight for this. We hold each other's hand, we fight for our own rights, because we can do it. We should have unity the same way these people have unity. I am sure you all see how these people have unity. That's why they are strong in many countries. They are always the leading. They are always investing in many countries, because they hold each other's hand. Like you all have seen, South Africa was a black country, but these people came and overcame it. They are the ones leading South Africa. They are the ones controlling South Africa, and it's high time we fight for our own countries. Let's be like Chad. And as Africa, we are the one who are always locking ourselves down. We are always reluctant. We are always on our comfort zone. We are always allowing these people to come to our countries to treat us the way they are treating us. So it's high time we wake up and fight for our rights. So guys, let me see your comments, your opinions on the comment section. And if it was for the first time you're coming across my video, kindly don't forget to subscribe.